Guess we got a first W. First W. This guy. Welcome to another episode of ESPN De OCHO, bringing to you live week number 5. Week number 5, baby. Let's get into it, because I know I'm feeling excited about this week. It's going to be a very, very explosive week, I feel like. A lot of tough games. A lot of tough games this week. But let's see. I want to start off with Richard and Mondo. Richard being 3-1, being the leading scorer last week. Hey man, that's impressive as fuck. You know, what'd you get last week? I don't remember. But Richard 3-1 versus Mondo, undefeated, only one in the season. Only one in the league being undefeated right now. So this is a tough game. Looking at the game, Kirk Cousins at Philly, he'll put up some points. Marshawn Lynch with the Chargers are whack, he'll put up some points. Kamara's just a stud, but he's getting Ingram back, so I think his available volume is going to drop a little bit. But Kamara is still a stud regardless. Jeffrey with Minnesota at home against Rhodes, that's going to be tough. Rhodes is pretty good, but Jeffrey throughout the years has kind of handled Rhodes, so I think he'll be okay. And Calvin Ridley, man, crazy ass. Josh said he gave you that one, so fuck, it's a crazy pick. He's been beasting. Njoku hopefully gives you a touchdown. I think he'll be okay. Hyde against Baltimore, that's kind of tough, but I think he'll be all right. And then you look at Mondo's team. He gets Ingram back finally. Chris Carson against the Rams, though. I don't know. And then he's got Pat Mahomes, who has been hot for him, with Tyreek Hill going against the Jags, but it's at home in KC. But the Jags are still a good team, and Ramsey's definitely going to follow Hill. Ramsey's that type of player to follow somebody, so I think he will. But Antonio Brown with Atlanta, and then hopefully Gronk stays healthy today against Indy. But I got Richard taking out Mondo this week. Richard going 4-1, Mondo dropping 4-1 as well. Just because I think Richard's got enough sauce today. He's got some players. He's got some decent matchups. He might play Gordon. I don't know. But I think, he's going to end the endless streak. The winning streak of Mondo this week. Next matchup. Josh versus Marcos. Josh being 2-2. Marcos being 1-3. There's a lot of 1-3 this year. This has been a very tough year for fantasy, but very, very, very fun and competitive, so that's good. But let's go. Marcos is projected to win this week. He's got some decent matchups. Carson Wentz is going to be at home. It's going to be, I think, it's not. But he's getting healthier by every week. I think this is a must-win for Minnesota just as much as it's a must-win for Philly. But the fact that it's in Philly and the fact that it's going to be a pretty good weather, I think Carson Wentz is going to light up that week. I got Carson Wentz getting a lot of points. Then he's got Breida, who against Arizona at home. That's a tough game. It's in the same division. I give Breida the projected points, but I don't see him doing much. We'll see. Sony Michel, I don't know how you want. I think it's Mitchell. Came up out of nowhere with these Patriots, but I think he'll be okay. And then he's got the list of good-ass wide receivers with Hopkins, Mike Thomas. And then he put Yeldon in, who's got the start over Fournette. So, Josh, I don't know, man. Now that trade's kind of looking like, I don't know. And then he's got Zach Ertz. So, and then he's playing the Philly defense, which, I don't know. And then you got, Josh, you got Cam Newton, you got David Johnson. David Johnson against San Francisco. San Francisco's a pretty decent run team, but they ain't all that. Cam Newton against New York Giants at Carolina. I think that would be okay. I think he's going to get some good points. Kelsey with the Jags. It's going to be a tough game, but I don't know. I think he'll give you some maybe high, medium, single-digit points maybe. I don't see double-digit points for Kelsey. But you never know. Just the fact that Mahomes, he might do some damage. You never know. And then you're playing a new one. I know you wanted some receivers, man. You couldn't get them trades going. I know just because, you try to throw me an offer, but I had to refuse just because, I thought it was a joke. That's why I didn't even respond. I was just like, is this just a joke? I was like, I ain't going to respond to this. So, I got Marcos getting to 2-3 this week, and you going to 2-3 yourself, Josh. So beware, be scared. Marco's going to beat this ass this week. So out to next one. Next round, we got Louis versus Emery. Emery is projected to win this week. He's got Jared Goff going against Seattle at Seattle. Now, that's going to be a tough game in division, but keep in mind last year, the Rams beat the shit out of Seattle at Seattle. And it was mostly Gurley. But now the Rams have like these crazy ass good 3 wide receivers, and it's fucking amazing because everyone's getting a share. Gurley's getting his numbers, Goff's getting his numbers, Cup, Woods, Cooks, everyone. So everyone's eating in that offense, which is legit. I see Goff putting up a lot of points. Isaiah Crowell against Denver. I mean, it's in New Jersey, but I don't know, man. Like I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't see Crowell doing that good, honestly. Hunt against the Jags, I think he'll be okay, but it will be a tough game, especially that they'll probably be airing it out more. But it's a tough defense, and they're fast, so it might be a lot of dump-offs, and Hunt definitely gets to start over anybody that they have over there, so I think he'll be okay. And then you got the solid receivers that Emery has, fucking Golden Tate, Robert Woods, and Julio Jones, who still don't have a touchdown, but still gets a lot of yards and a lot of points. So as long as he's getting points, then that's fine. But I think it's just funny that this dude has the size and the speed and the strength, but he can't get a touchdown just because he's not good in the red zone. And then you got Jared Reed coming back for you after the bye, Emery. I wanted him, but you didn't want to talk to me. That's fine. He is the legit tight end #1 this week against New Orleans. Ooh, it's a lot of points. But then Louis got some good matchups too. He's playing the great Tom Brady at home against Indy. Indy is not a good defense at all. I expect a shootout this week. Today with Tom Brady. So expect a lot of points with Tom Brady. Buck Allen, the savage scavenger. Oh my God, he stole so much points from Collins, but Collins also fumbles in the red zone. So that's why I guess they give it a Buck Allen. I see him doing some good damaging work this week against Cleveland. Cleveland has a good defense, yes, but it's I'm pretty sure they're in the same division. So you never know how it's gonna go. Tevin Coleman. I hear Devontae Freeman's coming back. Maybe, but even Tevin Coleman against Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh, I think he'll get a fair share, especially if Freeman's not even that healthy. So I think he'll be okay. Keenan Allen against Oakland, and Thielen against Philly, who's been I think top 5 wide receiver this year so far. And Thielen, and then he's got Juju, who's obviously a stud against Atlanta, so that's a lot of points. And then Kyle Rudolph, who's been a good tight end too. So it's very, very fucking tough. But I got Emery getting the W this week. Emery is 1-3 right now, and Louis is 2-2. But Louis, I'm afraid you're gonna go in 2-3, my friend. I'm sorry. I just like the better matchup with Emery, and Emery's got a legit ass squad. And plus, he scored a lot of points last week, but he just couldn't beat Richard. So Emery got the W, my friend. Let's go. Let's get it. Hold on, man. Let me take a break. Hold on. Let me change the song. I don't like this song right now. Next matchup, let's get into it right now at ESPN De OCHO. Next up, we got Jay versus Philly. Yes, sir. I said it that way because I like it that way. But Jay, last week, the Venom was not there, my friend. The Venom was actually kind of short. It lasted beginning, of the season really legitly, and it was awesome. You still got the squad. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. But Mondo had to cut the snake. I had to cut the ass because I beat that ass last week. But enough said and done. We're on to this week, so whatever. You're getting your studs back, man. I think James Conner's going to be legit against Atlanta. I think McCaffrey's going to be legit against New York Giants. Stafford's going to be legit, especially at home against the Green Bay Packers. They are not a top 10 defense. I don't care who says that. They're not a top 10 defense. But I think he'll be great right there. You getting Julian Edelman back, I think he'll be okay, but I do see Josh Gordon getting a good load of the magic over there, just because Josh Gordon is obviously the best talent that they have there besides Gronk. So you never know. But I think he'll be okay, but not a whole lot of points. Landry has been a stud in the slot. He was my boy last year, yes, but he's been a stud in the slot, and everywhere else he is just amazing. I see him just getting double-digit points every week, bro. He's legit. You're playing Austin Hooper against Pittsburgh. I think that's a lot of high upside right there, but you never know. I think he could be okay. And Demaryius Thomas, man, I think you're gonna have to start someone else, man, because although it is New Jersey, and I do think they're gonna throw it to him a good amount, it's just that he's just not good, man. He's not good, and I guess Hilton is not playing for you. He's doubtful, I believe, which means he won't play, so he's out. So shit. Yeah, you're better off playing DT. I wouldn't play him over White. And you bench your boy Russell Wilson against the Rams. I mean, smart move, but you never know. Either way, I got you, Jay, beating Philly, who is playing Devontae Freeman, who I think is kind of hurt, but I think he'll do okay. Zeke gets his points, but then he's playing Ryan Grant from Indy, and then he's playing Will Fuller, who's okay, and then he's playing Jimmy Graham, who's good, and then Eckler, who's surprisingly good, but I don't know. I mean, you just got the better weapons, so I see you taking a W this week, bro. The Venom's back, I guess. You fucking, reviewed the tapes. You made the calls. You sucked the dicks you gotta suck, but you getting the W this week, bro. So go on and get it. Next matchup of week number 5. The revenge game, bruh. Me versus Joe. Now, people, not me, people say I'm on the rise. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of good. I'm getting my matchup this week's today with Andrew Luck, so it all depends on how Andrew Luck starts today. If Andrew Luck gives me at least 20 plus points, I'm fine with that. I don't expect a whole lot, just the fact that what's his face, Ty ain't gonna be there, but I think he'll do okay just because the fact New England is not a good defense. I don't care who says that, but I'm also kind of like, and then Andrew Luck also came back from an 800 yarder where they're throwing it about 60 times a game, so it's like I kind of have to play Luck. So I'm playing. AP against New Orleans, I think he is pretty mad that they, let him go a long time ago, and and he wants that revenge, and I see him getting at least some double-digit points. McCoy against Tennessee, they say McCoy is healthy. Hopefully he is. We're praying right now, because I did trade Gordon for McCoy, and he's on Richard's hand, and I think Gordon's a stud, so, but now let's just hope McCoy can be okay. In Buffalo, they're moving it okay. That quarterback that they have, it's a rookie. He's getting some kind of job done, but whatever. AJ Green, Miami, Corey Davis against Buffalo, and then Cooper Kupp at Seattle. They're saying to start all the Rams wide receivers, so I'm starting them. I'm still starting AJ, although he came out of a good game. But Miami's a pretty good defense, but it's at home, so I got to start AJ. And Corey Davis, hopefully, I'm believing in the tight end. He did amazing last week for me, although he was the knife to the chest when the Eagles went in overtime and they lost. So Corey Davis, I think he'll blow up this week. And I'm playing a tight end a lot of people probably don't know of is Greg or Groff Swan. He's from the Dallas Cowboys, and the reason why I'm playing him is just that he gets a lot of snaps, he gets some pretty decent targets, and hopefully he'll be okay. They're playing against Houston, so we'll see. And then Joe has a legit squad too. He's projected to win. And by the way, Joe is 2-2, and I'm 1-3 because I got my first W last week. Let's go, baby. But Joe's got some great matchups too. I mean, he's got Big Ben against Atlanta at home. Everybody knows start Big Ben at home, so I'm fucked there already. But then he's got Duke Johnson against Baltimore. I'm hoping Baltimore steps up. Even then, I like the fact that they're giving it to Hyde, and they spreading the ball and everything like that. Even Chubb, so I like that shit. Todd Gurley against Seattle. He murdered Seattle last year, like I said, but I think Todd Gurley will get some decent points. Obviously, he's Todd Gurley. He's amazing. Brandon Cooks, I see him getting some good points too. Stephon Diggs, I see him getting some decent points. Jared Cook, he gave you some monstrous points last week. I did not know he was the number 1 tight end this year. That's what the fuck it says. That's crazy. I don't see him doing that good though. Well, actually, you know what? It's against the Chargers, so why the fuck not? Chargers are fucking whack. But then you're going double tight end set this week with Vance McDonald from Pittsburgh. and it's at home and it's against Atlanta. So I mean, you never know. And you got Houston against Dallas at Houston. So it would be cool if this game came down to just our kickers, right? But I think I'm going in with the momentum. I think McCoy's gonna beast. I think Luck. It all depends on how Luck starts today. But I think I got some good receivers. We'll see how the tight end works. But I'm hoping I get another W. So Joe, I'm sorry, but you're going 2-3 this week, and I'm going 2-3 as well, my man. Hopefully I'm on the rise. That's not what I said. That's just the word on the street. Let's get it. Game of the week. I would have put Richard versus what's his face, that game of the week, Richard and Mondo for game of the week, just because it's such an intense game. But I gotta give it to the brothers from the same mothers. Oscar versus Arturo for the game number 5 in week 5. Better yet than done. I mean, I got Oscar getting this W right now. Oscar is currently 3-1. I'm projecting him to go 4-1, and Turo, who's 2-3. I mean, 2-2 is gonna go 2-3. Let's see. Turo's got Watson, Clay Thompson against New Orleans, Melvin Gordon, who's a stud, Beckham, who's a stud, Tyler Boyd, who's actually a stud now. It's kind of crazy, and Eric Ebron tonight. So deep, good ass lineups, and then Oscar's got Detroit with Rodgers. He's got Rodgers at Detroit. Joe Mixon, who's getting him back, who's healthy now. Barkley, who's a legit ass running back. Emmanuel Sanders, who's a legit I'll say he's a number 1, and I'll say he's better than D. Thomas, but D. Thomas gets a lot of attention. But either way, Emmanuel Sanders is a stud. Devontae Adams is a stud. Kettle, who's been a legit ass stud over there at the tight end in San Francisco, good points coming up. But then his flex is like okay, a lot of upside though because it's in Green Bay. It's at home versus Green Bay, who is not a top 10 defense. I'm repeating that one more time, not a top 10 defense. But yeah, I got Oscar, beating down the younger brother, reminding him who was the first nigga to take the steps, taking the W this week. Shit. And that's it. That's week number 5, bro. It's a wrap. Hopefully I'm getting the W. Hopefully the projections work out to those who want it. And those who didn't get the W this week, okay? There's always next week. Look at me. 1-3. Inspiration. Coming on the rise, bro. Catch you next week on another episode of ESPN De OCHO. Peace out.